10 to 20 years. You've got no idea what it's like in there.
Would you prefer me dodging the law for the rest of my life?
No. I just don't want to see you hurt anymore.
Bob, you've been such a wonderful support to me for so long. I really wouldn't have coped without you to turn to. But now, I'm on my own. The law says I must pay for what I did, and I don't mind. Linda's not hurting anymore. And that's what's important. Alan.
G'day, Bob. Oh, it's good to see you. How are you, love? Oh, what a waste of a trip that was. Here, put your feet up, mate. I'll grab us a couple of beers.
No. Alan.
Alan, I...
What? Well, what is it?
Linda's dead. I killed her.
You what?
I couldn't stand it anymore. I had to.
You cold-hearted bitch.
Alan! There was nothing more the doctors could do. Kath couldn't bear to see Linda in pain anymore.
What, so she puts her down like some bloody dog?
No, Alan.
What gives you the right to play God with my kid?
Just a minute. Think what Kath's going through.
She was my kid too, you know. Well, don't you think I hurt every time I looked at her?
Of course. But it was much harder for Kath. She was with her all the time. You were away so much you didn't see what Linda was going through day after day. Kath!
Number 2 Davis Street.
Look, I'm not asking you, lady. I'm telling you. If you want to stay in that cushy joint with that pompous crook of yours, you better get your butt over here pronto. Charlotte? Charlotte! With... Oh, I don't know where she got. What happened to you?
Oh, I dropped the bike around Brunton Avenue. Look, I got a call from Rita. She wanted to see me.
What about?
Well, I don't know. She just wanted to see me in person. It's okay, isn't it?
Of course. Miss Ferguson, would you take Mr. Moulton through to the visiting room and fetch Connors, please?
Don't worry, look again.
Come on, Wyndham. Time is up. I'm sorry, Mrs. B, but the silly woman's gone up... Oh, Charlotte. Charlotte. Look, I've got one more thing to say to you. If you don't get over here fast, I'm going to make sure that every single newspaper in the country gets the story of your past. Reckon you'll make front page, don't you? Yes, I thought you might see it my way. Goodbye.
Good. Now, come on, Wyndham.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Kath's the one who's going to have to face the music. She needs all the support she can get. You and Linda were her life, and you can't turn your back on her now. I'm sorry, but I have to go.
Please, can't you stay just until the police get here?
No, Kath. No one must know I've been here.
Why?
Because if you're convicted, they'll probably send you to Wentworth. And they might have second thoughts if they know we're closely acquainted.
Well, what does it matter where she goes?
Because she needs all the help she can get. Women prisoners are totally down on anyone who causes the slightest harm to any child. They won't think of your motives, Kath. They'll only see the end result.
Yeah, you're right. I've read of some women even being...
Well, it won't happen to Kath, I'll make sure of that. So long as you don't let on you know me.
Thanks, Bob.
Always said a woman's place was in the kitchen. What are you trying to prove, anyway?
I'm earning me keep. Why don't you try it?
I don't need to. I ain't the one hiding out, remember?
Yeah, well, your mum said that as soon as you showed your face, you'd take over here.
I'd rather watch you.
Do your own bloody work.
You betcha, lady. Gotta keep some of that spit and fire for later, eh? Come on, gorgeous. Off your bum and get this into the wood box. You sure ain't the tough bird Alice said you were. What's the matter? Fresh air too much for you? Or is it just being close to a real man that's brought you unstuck?
Oh, come on, Reed. You don't expect me to take over another preacher's patch, do you?
Don't come the ethical stuff with me, mate.
Oh, it applies.
Not when they're not attending services because they can't stand the geezer up front. You want to hear this guy? All hell, fire and brimstone and no...
What, compassion?
That is the word. A bit short of that in here.
Have you spoken to Anne about this?
Well, sorta.
Well, why front me with it? I mean, surely it's up to her.
I thought I'd get my little sales spiel in before, you know. Make sure you know we want you.
Gee, I must admit I enjoy the challenge, but it really is up to her.
It beats me why she hasn't spoken to you about it already. You haven't had a blue, have you?
No, Rita.
Can't you put on the macho bit, you know, I'm the man, I know what's best routine?
I don't think it'll work, but don't worry, I'll talk to her. I'll see what's cooking.
Still hard at it, eh? You're sure a try, I'll give you that.
Why don't you go mend a fence or something?
Got something better in mind, haven't I? How about it, eh?
Back off, Jenkins, I'm warning you.
That's my girl. That's how I...
Ah!
But we can't get a doctor here. We're harbouring an escaped crim.
So?
It's a jailable offence.
We can pretend we don't know her.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Why? We can say we found her on the side of the road.
I said I'd help, and we will.
Yeah, we're digging a hole for her. We don't do something quick.
I suppose you've got a point. I tell you what, I'll go into town and see if I can get some penicillin out of old Doc James. That should do the trick.
And what if it don't?
Then we'll dump her outside the doc's surgery.
Should do it anyway.
Leave it to me, Sean. And keep an eye on her while I'm gone, too.
No worries. Have me eye all day.
Don't be dirty.
Well, why didn't you ask me, though?
There wasn't time. She only put the request in this morning.
You weren't going to ask me, were you?
I don't know, Dan. There were things to consider.
Like what?
Us, for instance.
Well, what's that got to do with helping the women?
A lot. You don't know how they can use a situation.
Are you trying to tell me they'll make life difficult for you because of our association?
It's possible.
How?
By emotional blackmail. They're cunning women, Dan. Don't underestimate them.
No, I wouldn't, but I try not to judge anybody. I mean, that's my trade, remember?
Then stop questioning my decisions.
So you have made up your mind already?
No, I haven't. I just don't like being railroaded into this by Connors.
Oh, she's only trying to do the right thing by her mates.
You can't be sure of that.
I can, because I know Rita. Look, don't be fooled by her exterior. Underneath, she's a caring person. And she does have a valid point about the current preacher, doesn't she?
Yes. He's certainly out of tune with today's problems.
Well, here I am, willing and able.
I'm sorry, Dan, but I won't be forced into a quick decision by you or anyone else.
No, fair enough. But if it's our relationship that's standing in the way, remember my work and my love life are two quite separate areas. And no hassles that way.
Poor Jessie. Wish there was some way we could help. Doesn't look like she needs it to me. I reckon that phone call might have worked, Lurch.
You reckon she's on the level?
She looks a lot happier in Lexi.
What are you lot staring at?
Nothing. Just counting me money, that's all.
Look, you've got no right starting a book on something that's got nothing to do with you.
Come on, you'd have done the same.
Yeah, you want to put a stake on it?
You!
Put your claws away.
Yeah, well, she's not going to make any money anyhow.
Why won't I?
Because there's no way me mum will front. Can't risk the paper seeing her, can she?
We'll just have to wait and see.